he's had like a life with shenanigans. I'm like, yo, this is correct. It almost feels like Forrest Gump because I used to think Forrest Gump was a real person up until like my
That's
20s.
that's
That's
yo. That's a really good one. That's
that's
like
that's.
that's
I was like, dang, he was alive during all these
we can
things.
end now.
Wow.
That's the take. Hey, what's up, it's Rashad, cousin Nadia. We are the Upon Further Review, and better late than never is the adage we're using today because we both saw Marty Supreme rather recently, and we have thoughts. Um, all spoilers. Got to talk about a thing and talk about a thing. And if you like watching this, I just want to shout out Nadia's t-shirt. It's the Powerline t-shirt.
It is. Can y'all see that?
That's so
Heaven
dope.
Campbell, I love you. You're great. You're a great
Yeah.
person.
Can we talk for a minute? No, that's a super, very black coded movie. Shout out to Donna Glover for doing the Atlanta episode about the fictitious character. That was, oh man, like people hate on season three, but season three, man, that's such good things happened that season when they went abroad. Anyway, okay. What were your initial impressions of Marty Supreme, starring one Timothy Chalamet?
I enjoyed that movie, and everyone knows I need magical things to happen. I need a little razzle dazzle, and for this to not be my cup of tea, I thoroughly enjoyed Marty Supreme. It was so chaotic, and they ended with tears of fears, tears for fears. Everyone wants to rule the world. Me and your cousin stayed in the movie theater and danced out the last, rolling credits. It just seemed that was a good movie. Shout out to you, Timothy Chalamet. You got your Golden Globe. I see why now. Actually, I ain't never seen Mac in anything bad, so I don't know why I went in there with like my bar not the highest. But I that's a chaotic movie, and the fact that it's like loosely based on someone's life is even crazier. Marty
Yeah,
Marty Mauser.
yeah, that man has problems.
Is he alive? Like, is
Um,
he still around?
I hope not, like you don't want to answer for none of this. If this is even remotely real, you cannot answer for none of these things. Your sins cannot be atoned for. Cause
He's crazy, but he got a
I
purpose.
and I think that's like the interesting part to me because I struggle with this movie. I really did. And it's not because it's a bad movie. It's just because the character of Marty Mauser is such a horrible person on all accounts. Like there's there's nothing redeeming about this man.
He's purpose
And
driven.
so is Rick Warren. So, but I don't get like this character in the depths of his soul is so self-centered
Yes.
that it is okay. I walked away from this movie like I don't really know what this movie is trying to say.
Hmm.
Because if this is a character study of Marty Mauser and the lengths and the feats that he went to obtain a goal that he, for all intents and purposes, was never able to acquire, I'm like, I'm not really sure what this movie is trying to say. And I'm gonna be very honest. Like that's kind of like the part to me is like I'm really struggling. And I guess it's not it's purposeful because I'm not supposed to be connected with this character at all. I think that may be the point. Like, look, this person on every turn is gonna look out for themselves. There isn't a point in this movie where he did something that was selfless to the bitter end. And I know you probably say, well, he went back home to check on his childhood friend that he impregnated.
Did it? Oh well.
I'm gonna say that that's his because they imply that at the beginning with the whole fallopian tube semen going to the egg scene.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
thought that was gonna.
Creating
I
the
thought that was the baby. I thought that was Marty. Then I
no,
realized it's
no,
not.
Marty's already grown. Marty just got finished, beating the skiing,
In
and
the
then that happened
in the shoe store. I said,
in
y'all
the
can't be this
back.
excited. Said, oh, I know it's thinking it smell like feet and butt.
She
Uh,
said, "Oh my God, I wish I can go with you." He said, "Hey man, you can't go with me."
he treated Rachel so
Absolutely,
bad.
absolutely not. Like, and that's again, like I don't like. I'm really curious at what this story is trying to tell us as people because okay, okay, all right, let's okay, let's talk about something else. Anything.
Mm. Let's talk about he told that girl she ain't had no treat her. It reminded me of Joker and Harley Quinn so much. I was like, Rachel, let let him go. He don't like you. He doesn't care about you, ma'am. He doesn't care about, but she crazy too with the fake black eye. I thought he killed her husband. I was like,
Me
yo,
too.
he said, shouldn't have done that. I said, not you being judgmental, you crazy fool.
He hits
Oh
the
my
ground. I'm thinking he's like gargling blood. I'm like, dog, did he really just he
God,
just
he was
killed this man?
dead. No, he told her he was like, I'm calm right now. It's not gonna last. I said, oh, run like you on fire. Uh, at every scene of this movie, there was a
Like, I can't believe that this is happening like this. Like, this man is terrible. And it just okay. All right. I gotta get this okay. I don't like hot takes, but this is my hot take. That this also leads into the whole him being nominated and winning the Golden Globe. Okay. Marty Mauser and one half of the twins from Sinners. I believe that would be one Smoke, right? Which one was the one in red?
stack. That was
Stack.
stack smoke with blue.
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Because yeah, you gotta blow your stack. Or you blowing smoke, either way. But yeah, but Stack. I believe that these two people, these two characters are the same character, just in a different font. Let's look at the similarities. Okay.
Doing erratic things, very chaotic life, no plan. What do you say? No vision.
No, no. What was the main motivation?
Mm.
Money.
See, I don't even feel,
Also,
I can't even use that for Marty. I feel like he really just wanted to be a big.
nah, his main motivation was money. His other motivation was vagina, which is of course me and Tony say the equalizer of everything.
Shout out
Which
to Gwyneth Paltrow. You're right.
when if I was not expecting for Gwyneth Paltrow in the year of our Lord 2025 getting cracked by Timothy Chalamet.
You knew that was
And
happening because I'd seen it or interview, and I was like, how in depth is this gonna be?
yeah, he was all in depth
Every
in the
time I
shower.
turn around, you want this man wife.
So so that was okay. So we have that. Also I have Stack loving the girls too, you know.
So on that man's wife.
Yes. Also I have Stack willing to make a deal or make deals to get what he wants. What he really wanted was the juke. And all
Mhm.
thing Marty really wanted was to get back to the ping pong tournament. I'm sorry, table tennis. Table tennis tournament. And it's a lot of parallels between those two characters. Of course, there is a part where they kind of diverge, where we see one becomes a vampire and the other one just becomes probably ends up being a deadbeat father in the future. But other than that, there's yeah, like these characters are kind of similar. in very odd ways. So I don't, and this was kind of like what I was thinking about after I finished it. I was like, yeah, like how can I kind of talk about this? Because with that being said, I can't even see how Michael B. Jordan loses to that performance.
Now, I do agree. I'm thinking because you know how the saying goes, if you do well at the Golden Globes, then you don't usually do well at the Oscars. But if you don't do well at the Golden Globes, you're usually going to do well at the Oscars. And I watched the Golden Globes. Timothy Chalamet got it for I think Best Actor in a
Yeah.
drama or a musical or comedy. Their categories are weird as far as like what they put where,
No, they
but
don't make no sense. They just like, hey man, drama
it's very
comedy
odd.
ensemble. Like what?
Yeah, like musical. But
Musical
but he
comedy.
won there, so I'm like, and everybody was like, "Oh, Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler got snubbed." But I was like, "You see, that was kind of chilling. Like, well, we already know what the rumor are when it comes to these
Yeah.
things." I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, and like I told Tony last time, I was like, I'm not really expecting them to win at all this entire season. But I like just on a performance alone, Chalamet gave an amazing performance
mhm. That boy be
because
acting.
he do. Like I cannot wait for him to be the Lisan Agaib, like hopefully that drops this year. For him to be, the Messiah, his supposed son's gonna come and square everything away. Like I cannot wait for Dune 3. Like I don't think you understand. Like that's my probably my most anticipated movie
That was
to be
good.
really besides the Odyssey, because we
Yeah,
we stand Christopher Nolan, but I can't really see how you can say, hey, Timothée Chalamet had a better performance than Michael B. Jordan last year. Like based off of what I saw. Ain't no way. And that's just me comparing him to one of the twins, not even both of them. So
it
now
was something. Yeah,
now
the
I had a
accent.
whole nother, because think about it like this, like you had an accent work. Tim Chalamet is basically playing a Jewish New Yorker, him being a New
And he
Yorker
from New York.
himself. Like there's not much to reach to. So if you want to justify his performance, then it's like, come on now. Like it's he could trust me, he's acting his ass off. But Michael B had to stretch a little bit harder.
Yeah, cause he ain't country at all. So
Absolutely not.
just slide this in here. I was speaking to one of my coworkers who just saw Sinners like in the last week. She's like, I
Wow.
finally saw Sinners. She was like, I did not like that movie. And I was like, could not believe it. Said it was too weird. She ain't like nobody acted in the movie. Like nobody's. I said, not even Delroy Lindo, a goat. She's like, nah, it just wasn't good. Wasn't nobody acting. I ain't like the accents. I was like, wow. And it was very hard for me because I try to let people have things, but I was like, no, explain it to me like I'm five. I don't get it. I don't like
Yes.
nothing. You didn't like anything, like nothing. The music, I think she did like the music. She did like the music, but she didn't like
Y-
nothing else. The story, nothing.
Yeah, it's yeah, like when the blacks be like, I don't like sin, I've been looking at them like, what's going on with you, yo?
And that's
Like
what I was looking at her like,
now
because
I
this is
can
my
say like
sister.
I can understand if like if you don't like that whole genre of like, vampires and supernatural.
She loved horror movies.
Next, let's move on. So, all
Huh?
right. Okay, let's get back to this cast. So, um Tyler was in this. Shout out Tyler Creator was in this.
V was so weak because of his hair. She was like, "He's out. That's not his name, V. It's not his name, Wally, I think." But he
No
did.
matter.
I enjoyed him. I enjoyed
Yeah,
him.
yeah. I like this. I like this character. I like how they was hustling people based off racism. That was funny.
That did it for me. That whole scene. I said again, every scene was chaotic. That one specifically, him falling through the floor and him setting that mess on fire, losing that man's dog. So stressed out. I was like, "Is this happening right now?" Like And I'm sure there are people that live very chaotic lives like this. How y'all functioning? It's not good. It can't be good for your cortisol levels.
Nah. So so yeah, Tyler's character. So Wally was his name, something
I
like that.
think it was
Wally? Yeah.
Wally or something like that.
Wally. Randomly, George Gervin is in this movie. I was like, hold on, is that the Iceman? I said, oh snap. It's George Gervin. What is he doing here? I was so confused. I was like, yo, this is really an inspired choice. Yeah, to get him out the house to come do a movie, man. Like, I respect that. So who else was in this
What's
joint?
my
That
girl?
was
Odessa Asian. And now, mind you, the young girls love her. I don't know who people she is,
me neither.
but she's somebody people. Her people is people, and she's a nepo baby apparently. Don't
Yeah, but
know who
like,
she's
but
nepo.
like, they for what I've seen on the TikTok, the kids is like, she been grounded for almost 5 years already. I'm like, hey, all right,
I don't
I
know. I don't
understand.
know her. I don't know
Again,
she.
she was on something that was on something. Again, I don't know. I feel like Kiki Palmer. I'm sorry for that
Sorry
man.
to. I don't know.
I don't know that man.
Enjoyed her character, enjoyed her acting. Did not know who she was, other than like the little
Yo,
snippets I've been seeing. I'm
so
like,
like in her role in this movie, it was she was so chaotic too.
that's
Like,
Harley. That's Harley.
oh my God, yo, she was really, yeah,
Eight
it
months
was.
pregnant.
That's
Let's
it
eight
was
months.
she was a lot. Fake getting beat up just so she can get some attention. Like there's some very like problematic like female tropes of that time that they're using because this is supposed to be a period piece. So like my modernist is thinking is like, oh, that's terrible. But I'm like, that's how men was thinking back then. Like they women just wanted attention and wanted attention. And the fact like you alluded to earlier told her that she had no purpose in life.
You don't know what you're
I
doing.
do.
I was like,
I
Marty,
was
do you know what you're doing?
I said, yo, I s- it's just some unbelievable craziness. And all for her when she ends up getting she ends up getting shot.
My girl got shot. I thought she lost the baby. They had me so stressed out. I said, what's wrong with her?
Ends up getting
Is she chilling?
shot.
She's like, it's okay. It's okay. Ma'am, you just got shot in the chest because your brother in the front and got shot through the throat, I think. And it can't,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is straight exit wound.
ma'am, ma'am. And Marty's on the ground trying to get the money. Ain't no money. No real
No.
money.
Nah, it's just a bunch of like porn on fake dollar bills. I'm like, dog, what is going on?
I was just at the old man stabbing someone randomly in the park. I was like, there's just too much happening right now.
In
I can't take
broad
this.
daylight.
He's like, you want to me? I said,
Like
he just stabbed this man. You see the black man got out of the way. He said, oh, you pulled out of the way. Don't even worry about it, big dog. I'm good. I'm good. Don't even worry about it, brother. I'm so good.
he was like, yo, in broad daylight. Like there's just an amount of gall that this okay, so that's okay. All right. I'm sorry. This movie is the most elevated version of just a series of misfortunate events. Like and I think about like okay, so first he's um first he's home, right? Then he goes to UK. Then he
Mm-hmm.
loses to the Japan.
Koto Ando.
Yeah,
I don't know if that was problematic.
Ando was killing.
I loved him. I loved it. I just,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I
shout
mean,
out to you.
because even Ando was like this, like very, very like stereotypical like Japanese character. Like he's mysterious. He can't even hear.
When they told me that,
He
I was
he
like,
he took up ping pong. I'm sorry, table tennis as just as like a form of basically just to relax and get into a rhythm of something so you can feel connected because it's even like how when he hits his paddle like it don't make no noise. And dude was like, yo, why is he holding the paddle like that? You know what I'm saying? Like they was, yeah, he was killing him. So he kills Marty in the finals, and even the whole series of events around that, where he ends up meeting what's that lady's name? Uh,
Oh, well, her name Kate or Casey Kay in the movie. Her name is Kay.
Ends up meeting Kay,
Hey,
and
Stone.
like it don't matter. Ends up meeting Gwyneth Paltrow in the movie and seduces her, realizes who her husband is, goes to the daggone restaurant and was playing in that man's face,
Let me pay for your dinner.
insults him about his dead son fighting in the war, you know, about to, and that sets up his whole relationship with this like rich pen maker out of all the things he makes pens.
He was stressing me out. I
It's
did not
like
enjoy it. Isn't he
and
like a
like
billionaire in life, or he was on Shark Tank?
that's Kevin O'Leary.
Yes,
Yeah, another person I don't care for. So Kevin O'Leary in real life is just a conservative bastard, and he has very ultra conservative views. I know he voted for Trump,
but you
and
spanked the man in this movie.
it's just
You
weird.
know what I said though when that happened though? I said, rich people do some weird, freaky stuff.
That's what I'm saying, man. I'm like, yo, like, and the fact that you know how like I knew it was Kevin O'Leary, but I didn't want to admit it was him. I said, this got to be somebody else. This can't be Kevin O'Leary. Ain't no way. But it was Kevin O'Leary, another random, a very inspired choice
It
as
what
as
they were
as
apparent. Who directed this? Who directed this? Oh,
Josh Safdie.
so apparently on set he was like, oh, he would finish his take. He was like, oh, well, we got it, we're done, and he'd be like, who you thought you was? This is my set. You gonna get back over there? I was like, I appreciate that because sometimes you gotta pop out. Y'all know the rest.
Yeah. Because wealthy people be trying to be wealthy all the time, and sometimes your wealth doesn't matter. But anyway, so that whole minutia, him going back home defeated his uncle who is over the shoe shop he works at, and also
Brand Mucker.
his friend Russia. I was like, who this attractive old lady? I said, oh snap, it's friend.
Love me some Fran Drescher. I
Oh
love
my
that lady.
God. Yeah. Shout out Franz Drescher, man. The nanny, go to show. I don't care what y'all say. I used to love watching the nanny, yo. Yeah,
There are people that
that's
don't
what's
like that show.
hey, it's people who don't like a lot of things. The person somebody who didn't like sinners. You know what I'm saying? We still got to deal with them. So Fran was in here and okay, so and they doubled down on the helpless woman trope because she's at home acting like something wrong with her just so she can get her son to come home.
You see the background. Tell him, tell him I'm going to the hospital. I said, what's wrong with your mama? I was like, and I feel like they was like being hella stereotypical for Jewish mothers, like specifically.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's a yo. So they was really, of course, in the Safdie brothers. I'm pretty sure they're Jewish. So, but like it's very much there was like they was leaning into the old school tropes and stereotypes very heavy, and I I guess you gotta respect her for that. For me, honest to the time, but I like it was it was kind of rough though. So looking at how um looking at how Marty was just moving the whole time because he was trying his best just to want to acquire money so he can have his grand vision of being the table tennis champ. And it's almost like when you have oh yeah, hold up, before we get to that, like why was his uncle so dead set on him working at the family business?
His uncle had me stressed. I was like,
So
sir,
like
you done
so we
got your
had
homeboy to come fake arrest him.
yeah, because he supposedly stood up, by the because he didn't even want to get him the money. So he told his the other coworker, hey yo, Get down and lay down. Dude was like, you're
This
not
is
about
a
to kill.
robbery. This is
Dude
a
was like,
real robbery.
man, you're not about to kill me, yo. Like, just stop playing, bro. Come on, yo. Let's. He said,
You
really?
see how he
He's,
got him though? He pulled that card out. He was like, "Do you see this? I don't even want this. I don't." He was like, "I'm gonna be your boss. I can fire you. I can do whatever I want to do." I say, "Yo,
yeah.
he's not wrong. He be making
He
points.
said,
See, that's the Marty be making points. They crazy, but he be having good points.
yeah, like
That's
he's just a master manipulator.
so chaotic, so chaotic. Like
So
just
he, yeah. So if you look at it, he was manipulating everybody the entire movie. That was his whole MO. How can I manipulate this situation in my favor? And you know what manipulation is? It's witchcraft. So like, yeah. He was a devil, man. He's a white devil in this movie, and he was killing his own people, yo. So like, it's just so that happens with him and his uncle. Uncle tries to basically scare him straight, like he one of them kids in the jail, and that backfires. Shout out to the Asians for not saying nothing.
they mad at their business. That's my kind of people.
It was like no English, nah. Yeah, so he isn't getting away, and when he goes to gets back up with Tyler, and they go to the because I thought Tyler was out of the movie by that point. And Tyler shows back up. They said, "Yeah, we about to we about to run the jig again, because we gotta get this money." And Tyler's like, "Fam, I got a family, people depending on
I got
me."
kids.
He's like, "Nigga, I got kids," and this said, "Nigga, for real." So like, it was so funny. I said, "Yo, like." Tyler was funny, man. Like, shout out to Tyler. He really he did a good job. And I forgot, like, oh yeah, this dude really be acting. He had a whole sketch comedy show.
Did
And
you
he
see
pretty
him going
much
through his mail? I said, that's a felony, sir. Hold up. Hey, your mouse. Hey, your mouse.
he said
You gotta go $50.
from front of table tennis, corporate, whatever it was,
Because
association.
that was an ITAA. Because that man did not like him, and you know what I
No.
wonder? He found what he fined him for. Was it for him being at the Ritz and ordering all that food and having put it on his? That's what I thought it was. But the way when he said fine, I was like, well, I was like, is it a fine or is it a bill? But you
It,
know
it,
what?
it probably was both.
Because he said, put all your food on my room. No, when he did that, he ordered all that room service.
Hey, cause like his their meal probably costs like $30. Inflation is a bastard, yo. That
Yeah,
fine
yeah.
dining costs him every bit of $45.
When
You
he
know what
went
I'm
to the
saying?
hotel and won but 250 for the room, you wasn't supposed to get in the water. You wasn't supposed
No,
to take
he
no
wasn't supposed
bath.
to be, yo, he wasn't supposed to be at the hotel. They was like, look, yo, we got you. And he was like, and there's this air of I'm better than what you think I am, even though like there's no real proof of that. Like there is an archetype of this character that I'm trying to name in my mind, but I don't have a designation for it yet. Because there are a lot of movies that does what he's doing, like the character's doing. They're just
Hmm.
spectacularly failing at the thing that they love to do, but I can't figure out what I want to call it. Like it's because I'm trying to think if there's like another movie that I feel like that did this kind of trope better, and I'm drawing a blank. But
I
yeah,
can't think of one. Well, you know what? In Marty Supreme, Marty Mauser's defense, which I thought they were going to get more into in this film, but they didn't because he did go on to like do the things. Like, I think he the reason why they use orange balls now. They mad you when I saw the ball. I was like, oh, they did. They talked about the ball. They talked about. Didn't even use the ball. Didn't even use the ball. That's literally his claim to fame. It's the ball. Didn't even use it. So what is we here for? Just all of the foolishness that led up to this. Like I will say the movie has piqued my interest in reading the autobiography that he wrote. I think by himself didn't have a co-writer, didn't have
of
nobody do
of
nothing with.
course he didn't have no co-writer.
I was like, I gotta read more about your shenanigans. Cause how if you still alive, how you not in jail, sir?
Yeah, like statute of limitations. I know they probably ran out, but still, we need to run this back. Get some
Like
cold
just
cases
off a
out here.
GP. Cause you be
Just
doing stuff. You just out here doing stuff, breathing air and just doing things. And Shanann again and again and again.
so many shenanigans.
Shanann about 12 times he doing
Yeah,
it.
this
He's
this
nuts.
this movie could have been called Marty Shenanigans.
Get, and it was something I told V on the way out. So I don't know whether or not she saw the video Timothy Chalamet did, like the UK drill rap video, where he like, oh,
I refuse to watch it.
but it kind of gave like I was like, you know what Marty Supreme was overly confident, and I feel like that's what that video kind of gave, like, I'm this, I'm that, and I was like, true, because
Yeah,
I saw the video of Timothy Chalamet cranking that Soldier Boy, so I know you're not new to this, you're true to
not
this.
and yeah, and that's why like people was all mad up on. I was like, bro, y'all don't know. Like, this dude has been on this since like the seventh grade. Like, this is really.
He's a real millennial.
He's not hood. He's just he
He a
loves the
white kid
black
from New York,
he love black culture like for real, not like for play.
and he got
Like
it honest. That's what I can't
yeah,
believe that.
I don't think it's like I don't think this is a hopefully we'll find in the future. Hopefully this is not like a Michael Rappaport situation because a lot of y'all thought that Michael Rappaport was for the culture, especially during like the mid to late 90s, you know. But y'all had to find out that his character in the higher learning,
What with him?
Remy, was really who he was. Sometimes life imitates art in a weird way.
And we-
So, yeah, yeah. Shout out Higher Learning, man. That's a great movie.
It make me upset every
Another
time I
rapper
watch
was in
it.
there. Busta Rhymes was in that too. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you on a track scene? Yeah, run nigga run. So Marty Supreme, like overall, like I really respect like just everything about this movie. There's some very beautiful shots, some great
Mhm.
transitions into different scenes. The Gwyneth Paltrow basically playing like a feels like a very like Nicole Kidman-esque performance in this.
Mm.
Like I never like Gwyneth Paltrow usually doesn't play like the bombshell. She usually plays
No.
like the kind of like the the oh I don't know what to do like the almost like the goofily white girl. So her playing like the bombshell to me was very. I was like, oh okay, it's cool. I feel you. I feel that. You know what I'm saying? Get your back banged down. Good for you.
In the
Um,
park, almost got a. Oh my God. I said everything that can go wrong keeps going wrong. In the park,
everything.
about to get arrested. She go upstairs. Now she's got this terrible review. So she's in hysterics. Her crazy husband's down there. I'm just not gonna get over him patting the people in the middle of the thing. Everybody was not gone. So did y'all all know he had this odd predilection? Which no judgment. A little bit of judgment for him, not for anybody else, because he's weird. And I don't like the way he was. You knew that man was desperate. I don't like when people
No,
take advantage of people's
but like
desperation.
that's a very, of course we know that's commentary on, and if okay, something me and Tony always say, other than men want a vagina, you know what else is undefeated? Capitalism. And that is what this story is being sponsored by capitalism. When it comes to even just the marketing of this, when it comes to even in the movie, how they kind of mocked what the movie did in real life, because it was even the last event, like the exhibition event, was all
Hmm.
based around promotion for his pens
Which was
and all of
crazy.
that. Yeah, but if you a magnet or something, then you got money. So and then the thing that was funny was that like everything that Marty pitched to people, they used against him because they wanted to get him back.
Hmm.
Everything, even him, or it turns on him. So there's nothing that he does in his movie that actually it positively comes to fruition from the outside looking in. The only thing he did right was beat the Japanese dude at the end, beat Ando at the end. But even that, it's like it felt hollow. It was like a very hollow victory because it wasn't a sanctioned event.
Yeah.
He had to convince the crowd. Again, he had always has to convince people that his way is the right way. And also he had to then actually beat this man, which he barely did. Like he got blown out in a sanctioned event, and then he comes there and basically does like a you know what I'm saying, like win or lose all type
Mm.
situation, and barely ekes out a win. So and he's so delusional in his mind that he's like, yeah, I'm the best table tennis player there is from an exhibition event, all because he ain't want to kiss no pig.
He said, I'm just,
So
he said, I don't even feel like it was because that. He was like, no, that's why I said the thing that I appreciate about Marty Supreme is, you know what? And if I feel like that, people say this, like, you got to be so like delusional about your dreams or whatever. Not me. I can't be delusional. Nor can I be starving. I always say I can't be a starving artist because I like to eat. I just fathead
nah,
red lobster. See,
yeah.
Naughty like to eat. But I was like, I can appreciate, I can, outside of the chaos, I appreciate how committed to the Delulu he was. But then, like I said, you find out in real life, Marty Mouser really did do the thing, and it was nuts. I think he got to. I might have to find the article, but if I got this incorrect, someone can correct me. I think he was like betting on himself during the game, but he went and took the gambling to the person that was running the game instead of the bookie, and ended up getting kicked out. He's had like a life of shenanigans. I'm like, yo, this is correct. It almost feels like Forrest Gump because I used to think Forrest Gump was a real person up until like my
That's
20s.
that's
That's
yo, that's a really good one. That's
that's
like
that's.
that's
I was like, dang, he was alive during all these
we
things.
can end now.
Wow.
That's the take. I'm about to change this whole my whole thumbnail and everything. That's the take. This nigga is Forrest Gump.
It's
Oh
Marty,
my God, yo. Like that
and
makes
this
so
is
much sense
Forrest.
to me.
I was like, wow, you're around for. I was like, I can't believe all these things are happening to you. This is so crazy.
Oh
What
my
is it?
God. You just called this man Forrest Gump. I
A lot was
appreciate
going on.
that.
It's a lot going on.
Yeah,
Mm.
because it's again, it's like it's too many things have to happen right for him to even slightly progress. Uh, I'm gonna
Hey,
give you two examples and then I'm done with this because I can talk about this for hours. Just how, and also just like the failings of white men and always failing upward. But I don't even want to get on that today because it's for another day. One, near the end, he's trying to get to. Matter of fact, let's talk about his Japan trip. So how he gets to Japan, he's got Gwyneth in the shower bent over, tries to take her jewels, takes the jewel with the black man's help, and then he takes it to the pawn shop. It's costume jewelry. He got his balls are so big. He goes back and says, "Hey, I'm sorry. I can't steal from you. Here's your stuff."
I just couldn't do it. And
And
she
then
like,
Gwyneth like, yo, you
girl,
found out that
back.
these were fake, right? You found out these were fake, and now you coming back trying to trying to ask for an apology. And she's like,
Just a side note. Did you see Isaac Mizrahi?
that was him. See, it's a bunch of See, it's a bunch of people in this movie that like I
Girl, back.
recognize, but I didn't know names. Like even like the black dude that was with George Gervin with the teeth. That's
Mm-hmm.
somebody else. That's somebody too. I can't figure out
I
who
was
he is
like,
though. That was Caesar Bugatti, Isaac Mizrahi, go around with Dolce, Pure Bonnet. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, you messed me up. That was Isaac Mizrahi. So he ends up finagling her to get money to go to Tokyo. Anyway, that's why they almost started, you know what I'm saying, got busy in the parking and almost got caught, go to jail and all that stuff. So ends up going to Japan, but still, and he's like, yo, I'm gonna one up myself. I'm gonna pocket money that I'm gonna get. And then I'm still gonna go ask her husband for a ride to Tokyo. He had the way to get there and say, you know what? I'm gonna pull my pants down and get spanked by this grown man just so I can pocket this money and still get a free trip.
Well,
And
you know what? Well, at
then
that point, she was upstairs crying, so he never did get another piece of jewelry. Could the police stole the other one?
and then
Said,
on
bro,
top
I'd have been like, "Hey, excuse me, ma'am, can I just get in real quick? Just real quick."
and then on top of that, right? He yeah, you're right. He gets to Japan, does his whole shenanigans there. And Homeboy was like, hope you found a way home.
Cause you stuck. Oh, am I?
How does he find he finagles a way to get home via the army?
Let me tell you something. You want to know something? You want to know the only time America is united is during the Olympics and sporting events. And that for that table tennis exhibition match was a
Yo,
sporting event.
they
Those
was
soldiers said, "Let's
all
go."
in. They was all it was like nine of them. And he was probably like, hey man, I need to get back home. My wife's just had a baby, blah blah blah. And he manipulated them to get home. Okay. So when he gets home, he doesn't even talk to his people. He goes straight to the
Yeah.
room, tells her, I'm here. Go back to sleep. Then he sees his precious white baby. He has one final like an actual moment of catharsis, I guess maybe catharsis or just emotional release because he's been grinding the whole time.
Yeah.
And then the movie ends. And what was the end song?
Tears for Fears.
Tears
Everybody
for
wants to
Fears.
rule the world.
Thank you. I'm glad you brought that up. Um, Overall good movie. That's my last point, and I'm done. When it comes to period pieces, there's one thing I hate the most that they do a lot of times, and that is a fancy word called anachronisms. You know what an anachronism is?
No, Rashadi, what is an anachronism?
An anachronism is when something is placed in a piece of literature or work that's set in a time period that is not from that time period.
Yikes.
So, what was the first song they played at the beginning?
Oh, I wish V was here because she was over there. She was geeking out on the music.
Yeah, whatever that song was, it was like an 80s song. And that throws me off
Wow.
every time. I'm
Mm.
like, I thought this movie was like 52. It's like after World War II. Like, what's going on? Like,
Yeah.
so when I hit like, so like for me, when that happens, it throws me out of the movie. Like, home, like why are they playing this modern music in this period piece? I can understand if you got it for promotional materials, like maybe a
Mm.
movie soundtrack, but like in the actual movie, when there are songs of the time period that you can use to actually elevate the movie and relate to it, I feel like it's a little more research. Hence why I appreciate Sinners more because they took the time period serious.
Mm.
Like the time was a part of the actual movie. It just wasn't like, we got to place it here because this is what happens at that time. Does that make sense?
It does. It does. Because they did, like I
So,
said, I would have to use V because she was like, "Oh, they use this song, they use it." Because she's like, "Go." She was like, "Oh, look
yeah.
at it." And she pulled up the soundtrack and was like, "Oh, they got all this." And I'm looking, I was like,
Yeah.
"These are not like
There's a bunch
50s
of songs
esque."
not from the 40s or 50s. No, nothing for like the roaring 20s they could have used. Just what's bangers.
That one is a
All
banger.
bangers. And I respect that because like again, this is just my pet peeve. But yeah, I can't stand it. Or like, it'd be like a car that's like way more modern than the time than the movie's being used. The most egregious one who did that was remember the TLC movie?
Yes.
Yeah, there's like a brand new Suburban outside. I said, bro, that's not that.
I was there. That was
Just
not
for y'all
there.
to have like just at the beginning of that joint, like when Pebbles got them hoes geo trackers and it was poor, like just for y'all to do that like 5 scenes later, it's crazy. But anyway, you got any closing remarks for this? Because I got a heart out. You know what I'm saying?
No, like I said, enjoy the movie. Probably gonna go see it again with your aunt. So, but this was a very interesting film. Shout out to the promotion surrounding it. Shout out to you, Timothy Chalamet. You
Yeah,
know, you had a good
promotion
time.
for this was crazy, man. Like
I need a
I really
jacket.
respect that. Yeah, I don't know. I can't. I can't get a jacket because I'll be supporting the white creator, only by black creators. But other than that, man, awesome, good movie, good movie that I just couldn't really, I couldn't on just a humanist level, I couldn't connect with
It
because
was so chaotic.
that man was evil, yo. That was
It was so chaotic.
evil.
I was like this.
He was
My
so
brain can't take
evil.
it. I'm like, bro, what would you do in this situation? And I thought about it. I'll never be in this situation because I
Nah,
don't be crazy.
not none of this. Like this is truly one of those, and I'm done after this. It's truly one of those characters where the protagonist is really also the antagonist at the same time. And to be honest, I give them respects for like because the way you write that, because my feelings are the feelings that everybody should have. They should be conflicted. This character who has this noble goal, doing like Nino Brown levels of ignorance to get his goal, like I should feel you should feel conflicted after leaving this movie because your man that's supposed to be the hero is really also the worst person in this movie.
Carol, is that you?
He's
Is that
even
you?
worse than the old gangsters. Like he's worse than them because all only thing the old man wanted was his dog,
Poor Moses.
Moses. Shout out Moses. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You didn't make it to the promised land, and it's okay. You shouldn't have struck the rock. But yeah, that's all I got on this one. We appreciate you guys. We will be back for Night of the Seven Kingdom next Monday, 7 p.m. Make sure you man, you've been subscribing lately. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you subscribe. Share this up with your people, especially if they're black and they like black stuff. Share it. That's the only way we're gonna get this out. Yeah. Trying to get to 10K this year. So 10K is the goal. And I think that's a very doable goal, guys. It's January 13th. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
IG, FB, TikTok. And of course, you want to start a conversation, we on threads. Twitter's the devil. That's all I got for this one. Peace.